What's going on, football fans? It's your boy Lolo. I'm back on the stoop with Mark.
I'm back.
Yes, on the stoop with Mark. That sounds good.
No,
Maybe we should make a new show called On the Stoop with Mark.
No. It's Lolo and Spawny in the morning.
Lolo and Spawny in the morning. What's going on? What are we talking about today?
What are we talking about?
Premier League is over. We're done with the Premier League.
There is football.
There is football. Football starts tomorrow. Tomorrow, the Euros.
21 straight days of football.
Well, don't straight up lie. It's not 21 straight days.
It's not?
It's 21 days in the next 30 days. There's 21 days of football in the next 30 days, and we are going to be coming to you guys live every one of those match days.
Everyone.
So, today is our official preview of the Euros before we kick off our 21 days of football, and I'm fucking excited. It's kind of scary and daunting.
That stretch of football can drink if you're American. 21 days.
It's 21 days old. So here we are. That starts. Cheers. Welcome back to the stoop. So we've got a big start tomorrow. Tomorrow's Turkey, Italy. It's a kickoff of the Euros. But instead of looking at who's playing and all that, what I want to look at is all the things that have been happening coming up to this. Because, yes, we had the 26-man rosters of most teams, but then there were injuries. Trent Alexander-Arnold, for example. There was COVID. Most of the Spain team, Sergio Busquets, Llorente.
Llorente.
I've always called him Busquets.
Is also out.
Llorente's out. Weird stuff like that. But then all of that has led up to additional call-ups. Declan Rice. Ben White.
Ben White.
And Rodrigo.
And Kepa.
Rodrigo, Kepa, people like that. So you guys know us. You guys know me and Mark. We've already gotten to the extent of what we know. So that's it. That's it from us. We're going to bring in some people who've actually done some research, and they will make us look good. So, Director John, who do you got for us?
We always look good.
What's up?
Cantac doesn't know anything. Cantac only knows about Germany.
Were we supposed
here's
to do
a heavy hitter.
research?
Naji's a heavy hitter. Cantac's a heavy shitter. Just like us, which is why we love you. What's going on, fellas? I haven't gotten to shit talk to you guys in a while, so
I know it has been a while.
I can't complain.
Yeah, shut up. He's like, I'm Champions League winner over here, man.
It doesn't do any good if you did complain.
He hasn't stopped smiling in a week and a half.
I know.
Hey,
it's ridiculous.
You know what? I don't blame them. They got they got champions. Or a championship or whatever the hell. What is the Champions League trophy cut?
All right, we're gonna reset.
And we got a new coach.
I want to say what's up to the Stoop Crew. Thank you guys for joining us. Anders, good to see you here early. Big Mally, Mr. Tom, good to see you. Amy Hill, good to see you. And Amy, just reading your name right there reminded me. If you guys are interested in playing along with us. We're doing a Euros prediction league. Cantac, I saw you're on there. Mr. Chelsea, of course, is Naji. And then we got Spawny Mark on there as well. Lolo's there. Sign up. You just predict all the matches you can. You pick a top goal scorer. That's it. But we're going to be following along every day of the tournament. And we're going to be checking in to see who wins. And the winner is going to get some cool shit. Some cool stuff like some of this stuff. We've got On the Stoop stickers. We've got On the Stoop masks. We've got my mug and hats. So, yeah, we're going to keep that back here.
Wait a second. You giving away the hat?
Not yet.
Not that hat.
Not that hat.
Is that mask already pre-worn?
Yes, you get a pre-worn mask.
Yes, and
complete with our DNA so you can clone us.
And this has coffee in it, so shut up, okay? Look,
that'll be a little spoiled.
We've got one of each, but we've got 30 days to get on the ball and order some shit, okay?
That's it.
Jesus, man, the director calling us out on this.
What could go wrong?
What could go right?
Fellas, let me ask you guys, are you guys excited about the Euro, or you could give a shit?
No, unbelievably excited. It's something I look forward to every 2 years along with the World Cup. So
yeah, so those of y'all who don't know and can't see, Cantac is a German national fan.
Yeah, because the Lederhosen and the Stein would never give him away. I mean, like, is he Croatian?
It's
aren't
supposed to
gonna do
be
bad.
ceremonial, but you know, this is a ceremony, I guess.
Exactly. The kickoff to the Euros
Oh.
are 21
beautiful-
days.
That's the beautiful thing. When the Premier League or all the leagues are over, you got a huge set of, like 21 days of soccer right now. And then after that is the preseason and the transfer market. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
you know,
So we're looking for a vacation.
Yeah.
And
well,
I just don't think it's happening.
I'm going to get an education. I'm going to learn so much about players that I've never heard of, and my head is going to explode.
It's don't worry, Mark. Nobody that has a good tournament will be linked with Wolves. You're fine. You don't have to pay that close of attention to anybody in particular. But I will say this before:
half of Portugal belongs to the Wolves.
I was going to say the Wolves national team is my team that I think is going to win. The Wolves national team.
That's true.
As I'm calling them, plus CR7.
So they'll finish 13th, is what you're saying.
No, they're going to win it, man. I'm telling you. You didn't see them play Israel last night?
So what you're saying, if you put Cristiano and João Felix on Wolves, they would win the Champions League? Is the logic we're using?
They would need Jota back, and they would need Hernandez.
I'm not. We're not here to talk Premier League.
No,
we're here to talk about Portugal's dominance of this tournament.
All I'm saying is I was watching Portugal, the highlights of the Portugal match against Israel, and yes, it was against Israel, but every single player on the pitch, when they turned around, I was like, oh, I know that name. 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 And they're all these players that are just on good teams, and they start for good teams or the Wolves, and it's
I see
it's
what
just
you
crazy.
did there.
Like João Cancelo. The goal he scored, did you see the goal he scored?
Yeah. I mean,
Cancelo, the defender.
They have Diaz, the best player in the Premier League last season.
They have Diaz. They have Rui Patricio. They have frickin' Hernandez. Cristiano Ronaldo is one of the least important people on that team.
They won it 4 years ago.
That's why they won the final 5 years ago, was because he got injured halfway through the match.
That's a ridiculous statement to me.
They were playing terrible during the match. He gets injured. They start playing like a team, and they picked apart the opposition. It was awesome.
France, if you recall.
Whoever they were, whatever frog-eating team that is.
I will say this: I didn't realize how excited I was until like the last couple days, and like how much I missed this last year. Yes. But this is basically like, I mean, Project Restart all over again. You know, that's kind of what Project Restart was just football every day, soccer every day for a month or two.
Yeah, man. We were talking about it with Director John because the last one 3 years ago, we watched all of them outside. So we would watch at 9 a.m., probably at home, and then the 11 or 12 o'clock game was outside. The 3 o'clock game was outside. We had the TV outside. We would play FIFA for like an hour or two, and then Copa America and
World Cup.
Copa de Oro was at night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, or one of those, just one of them, right?
Yeah.
They can't be on at the same time.
Well, 3 years ago was the World Cup, so it would have been Copa America,
no,
right?
3 years ago
was the World Cup. 2018.
2018.
Yes. It's right here. You can't see it, but 2018 was a World Cup year because 2022 next year will be a World Cup year. Yeah, the math. I know math.
Because it was supposed to be 2020.
Yeah. So 2018, 3 years ago, was a World Cup.
Yeah, World Cup was in 2018, right?
Yes.
2020 was the Euro, and then
they flip every 2 years.
Now.
I know it's tough. 3 and 4, doing math by 3 and 4 gets confusing sometimes for us.
I can take my shoes off.
Yeah. But I mean, like, so, all right, Najee, who's your pick?
To win it all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, look, I know France are favorite, but I can't count Germany out. For me, it's Germany.
Oh, my God. Favorite? Oh, no.
No. France are favorite.
No.
I know that. But I'm
got the Nazi curse.
Germany's going to get the wild card, but
listen, did you see Mbappe and Giroud after Tuesday? There's a dissension amongst the ranks in France, and I fucking love it.
Yeah,
they'll iron it out. They'll iron it out. when they take the pitch on Saturday.
Mark, listen, I don't know, man. This is like the winner's curse. It happens quite frequently. The next big tournament they play in, teams fall apart and they become divas. You saw it in 2018 with
I mean,
with Germany.
With a kick for you. You know, with Germany and France in the first match of the.
Thank God it's in Munich. Holy shit! That is, I think that's the one thing.
Pull that out.
That's the one thing Germany really has going for it, is all the group stage games are at the Allianz Arena with fans.
So someone new to this whole Euro thing. Are the stadiums pre-selected and they kind of circle around in those, or are they like you play this home game, you play this away game?
It's usually a host country or two, but because of COVID, they're doing like the capitals of the biggest countries. I think it's what it seems like. I think all of England's group stage games are in Wembley, so England's a host. I'm assuming Turkey was meant to be the host, which is why they're the opening game. Usually the first game of the tournament is the host country.
Right.
Yeah. But I can tell you one thing. I am very, very worried about Hungary. Very worried.
About Hungary?
They play Portugal, France, and Germany in the first round.
Okay.
So you're worried for them. You're not worried about them.
No, I'm worried for them, yeah.
I thought you were going to start talking about the Mighty Magyars or something like that, like they're back from the 1950s.
I was like, wait a minute,
right.
Who's on that team?
But doesn't Hungary have like a pretty decent goalie?
They're going to need one.
The guy that plays for okay.
Nope.
No, but he plays for Leipzig.
Possibly.
Peter or something or other.
Maji, where are you on this one?
Yeah, really. Come on, Najee, help me out.
Hey.
I've exhausted everything I know about Hungary right there, and you're supposed to jump in and save me.
So I think we've all come to the conclusion that the winner is coming from this group. It sounds like that's what we all think. It's
That's one of the reasons.
France, Germany, or Portugal. It seems like. I mean, Italy's due. I hate to say it, but I feel like they're due.
Hey, Saul, what's going on?
Nah, no, I don't see Italy doing it. Sorry.
Neither do I, but
already said that.
I think they can have a good
Germany
tournament.
doing it.
I read somewhere that someone had said that there was going to be a massive upset in this competition, and that the Czech Republic was going to win.
The Czech Republic.
Who said that? And can they name 5 players on the team?
I can name a few.
Not you, but whoever said it.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
No, this was actually in a publication. I was doing some reading last night.
Yeah, so you were the one doing the research.
Cup of tea. Oh, no. This is just reading. I'm just reading like, oh, okay, cool. These words.
So who are you going with your winner?
My winner is going to be Portugal. I gotta roll with them.
I have to say they look really good.
Youth, or not youth, but experience, along with a mixture of youth and age. And
you have
Ronaldo.
Look, Ronaldo is past his
prime.
We need to stop talking about him anymore. He's past his prime. He scored goal against Spezia, Crotone, Cagliari this year. He didn't show up in the big games. They bought him to win the Champions League. He didn't. Please put Ronaldo on the side.
He doesn't. So if Ronaldo comes on your plate, you're gonna get really angry. You're like, I want that Ronaldo on the side.
Yeah, out of your mind.
Big Mally. That's who I had read about. That he was a pretty decent goalie. Can you confirm or deny that?
You are out of your mind. Forget about Ronaldo. The thing is, you just can't.
You're the one that said they won it last time because he got injured.
Yeah, because he plays like a dick. But this season, I mean, this time around, the younger
5 years later,
the younger guys have all gone off and flourished. And so now that they're back, what I've seen from the friendlies leading up to this was that it's no longer just Ronaldo's team. It's more Bruno Fernandes's team, but it's still not Bruno Fernandes's team. So I'm just saying they are playing more and more like a team. And if you look at them in the back, sitting with Ruben Diaz and João Cancelo, who have been playing fantastic for a fantastic team, I would say that it's not even the strong midfield that's going to carry this team. it's going to be a great back line, and they're both going to score goals.
Yeah, the team
somehow.
The
you
team
know,
is just
Diaz on headers
stacked,
and
man.
Cancelo.
And
I'm telling
too.
you, watch that Cancelo goal last night. It's stupid. It's stupid. He's a right back.
Is it the Cancelo that conceded, like made City concede 2 goals against Brighton and get a red card against Brighton? And that's him.
He's still good, man. He's still good. Forget it.
But
man.
I mean,
name a right back on one of these other teams. That's all I'm saying. He's a big name right back. He's
Joshua
skillful.
Kimmich. There's one.
Kimmich is right back?
That's where he's going to be playing.
Kimmich is going to be in the middle of the park. He's going to play with Goretzka and
CDM.
And
no, well, he started as Philip Lahm's replacement, and then they realized how good he was, so they put him as like CDM. But what they're saying is to accommodate all the midfield talent that they have and keep him on the field, they'll probably move him to like a right back for some games. Just because
Kimmich,
he's better than Emre Can.
He's one of the best players in the world, I would say. Kimmich.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Of course. That's why he what'd you say, Mark?
Like the Spice Company?
He doesn't know who it is.
Moving on from Mark. John, Director John, just cut him out. Let's crop him.
No. We don't do that.
Crop him. There it is.
There he is. There he is. It's his goal dance.
2 topics ago, he comes up with.
He actually will make a costume change.
Somehow we got to put like Mark's face on there or something.
No, please
so
let's not do that. I like this.
I'm going to go with. I haven't made an official pick. I'm going to go with Belgium.
Belgium would not be a bad choice.
Yeah. Belgium is a very good choice.
Did you guys? No, never mind.
Look, I would have picked Belgium, but because they have Lukaku, they have Kevin De Bruyne in the middle, they have Hazard, they have Lukaku, one of the best strikers, but their defense is really bad.
Their defense is really bad.
Yeah.
They got Thomas Vermaelen, man.
No, come. You really?
They got Jan Vertonghen, bro.
Really? They got Vermaelen too.
Yeah, that's what we're saying.
That's the first one.
These are all strains of marijuana that I have in my house.
Jan Vertonghen, Thomas Vermaelen, and then that Indica Outerwild.
Yeah, they're gonna get to the semifinals.
Toby Alderweireld, that's the one I'm kind of afraid of. I haven't tried that one yet.
Let's see. So what is scoot over so I'm not blocked by Group A. Okay, there you go. And the sun.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway.
Anything else?
Now one thing about Belgium, I have Lukaku.
You can't have a sandwich. It's pronounced Lukaku, damn it.
Lukaku.
Yeah,
okay, we're gonna get there. Hold on. Don't tell us who your top scorer is. So listen. Jesus, John, you're gonna get us kicked off.
You know, pretty soon, like Liam's gonna come out here and do a little dance.
Liam's gonna get jealous. He's like, somebody's out there and they're budgie smugglers. I gotta get out there. Luckily, he's at work. So let me see who I'm going with because yes, it's funny no one said England, or is it not funny that no one said England?
I don't they have like trouble getting out of the round of 16?
Yeah,
I think it's out of bed in the morning.
Out of bed at 16 in the morning, which would be 8 p.m.
I think
they will make it. They will make it only if Calvin Phillips play.
And scores.
And score. That's the only way.
Did you see Declan Rice today saying he's never had a pint, but he will if they win the Euros? So everybody I know that's English was like, I guess he's never drinking a beer then.
I guess we're not having. I guess
no pints for Rice then.
I guess you'll never have a beer then.
Sean Dyche is somewhere at a pub going, stupid decision, mate. Fucking chugging his beer down. So okay, hold on. Good. Najee said Germany.
Yeah.
Mark said Portugal. Kantak said Belgium.
He said Belgium.
So listen, man. Listen.
Come join us, Lolo.
What?
Come join us. You're not gonna be disappointed.
Oh, I'm not. I'm never going with Germany.
Listen,
and screw France.
I want nothing more than Germany to win. I just can't pick them. You know, I feel like it's bad juju to pick them. officially. So I'd rather be surprised by their play than disappointed if they don't, you know?
No, look, guys, what would be best for the Stoop
is England.
By that meaning me, would, and it's gonna become my choice, okay? And it's a choice that I've been saying
Ukraine.
that I'm praying.
His club, his choice.
If they can get out of the group stage, I think they will win the whole thing.
Who?
If they can get out of the group stage. And I'm going with...
Do tell.
Because if they get out of the group stage...
Would you quit talking and tell the people who you're picking?
North Macedonia.
They can have a little siesta and come back reinvigorated. I'm going with Spain. Because, listen,
that's a
we're going live
choice.
for every single match day. And the final match day is the final. And I will be in the middle of nowhere, Spain, at a little house at my father-in-law's little farm with Johnny Lawler, who is out there getting Wi-Fi set up right now. No, he's getting Wi-Fi set up, and he's bringing his big TV. So, because we watched the FA Cup final out there
on your phone
last year on his phone like this, on a bootleg stream. Like, it was terrible. It was terrible. So I will be watching the final in Spain. So I am desperately hoping that they make it, because the last time I planned this out and I was in Spain for the World Cup quarterfinals and semifinals and finals, and Spain and Portugal were both out. And I'm right there by Portugal when I'm in Spain. So I'm going with Spain.
But why? I mean,
good luck.
So, but why don't you think they can get out of their group?
Because
that's not a very strong group.
They're stupid like that. And when there's no pressure, basically in a group that is not that tough, there's no pressure, and you fuck up and you draw against a team, and then you fuck up and you lose at the last second and you get knocked out. Because
it's Spain and they're notorious for this.
I just think
no, hold on. 2014, they were in a decently competitive group and they got smoked out of it.
Yeah.
There was pressure then. Like, I don't understand the logic.
David De Gea was starting. I hope David De Gea doesn't play.
Who's going to start for Spain then?
Kepa.
I don't think.
Awesome.
I just hate David De Gea. He's terrible.
I think Spain are lacking leadership. That's one. They're lacking leadership. I don't know who's their captain. Jordi Alba is their captain, maybe, because Busquets have COVID right now.
Jordi Alba is next in line to be their captain. Okay. So this is where it gets a little tricky for Spain, and this is going to lead me to the next category, fellas, that I want you all to pick, and that's your dark horse. Oh. And for me, the dark horse, I'll go first. The dark horse for me is Spain, because there's a chance Spain's under 21 could be playing the entire tournament. And if Spain's under 21 is playing, I feel like I have just as much faith in them winning it as I do the real Spanish national team, because they're young and hungry and they play as a collective team. Right now, you have Spain, and I'm still pissed off that Spain didn't bring Iago Aspas in, which is fucking stupid.
So shouldn't they have to know by tomorrow what's happening?
There may be some weird COVID thing, because right now they've got multiple bubbles training right now.
Right,
so
but that's what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
know, but they're gonna have to. Yeah, exactly.
But when do they have to decide who's eligible to play by?
I have no clue. Mr. Tom might be able to answer that.
You would think it would have been today. Otherwise, it feels like they're just making special rules for Spain.
Before we did it, it would be a COVID thing, because you have to think, what if during the tournament 12 players on Germany in the quarterfinals get COVID? They'd probably be allowed to bring some new players in.
They wouldn't do it for Germany.
This season. They would do it for any club.
I'm going to say for dark horse, I'm going Scotland, just to piss off our entire fan base of viewers.
Man, Kieran Tierney, Scott McTominay,
Andy Robertson.
Scotland to beat England is enough for you.
Who picked Scotland for a dark horse?
Kanchak,
happened,
and then
Najee.
also
They have Che Adams leading the line.
Yeah.
Ryan
Bremner
Fraser. That's a very
Jimmy.
good choice.
Yeah, Jimmy said Scotland as well.
Thank you, Najee.
They have
Liam
Robertson
Cooper.
and Tierney, of course, yeah. Hanley is their captain. He plays for Norwich, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And they have Gordon in goal. Don't forget Billy Gilmore for Chelsea. Yeah.
Yep. So he'll have a good tournament, and Chelsea will sell him for 80 million to make way for Hakimi.
Who's Mark's dark horse?
You know, I don't really know. So I'll make something up right here on the fly. No. Why do we keep having to look at this?
I don't know.
I don't want to have to start throwing dollar bills at the screen. What do we have here? You know,
this one.
I probably will go. I'm going to go with the Czech Republic only because that's what I've been reading. I've been reading that this is something that could possibly happen. I don't know why I'm reading it. There is no rhyme or reason. And like, there's no rhyme or reason of why I became a Wolves fan. But then also, there's something that also says for, you know, I'm kind of thinking the Orangemen are going to kind of come back and show the world what they're made of.
They have a fairly easy group.
Hey, Mark, last time I checked, Peter Cech is not playing. Just want to let you know. He's retired.
Can we get a little?
But Thomas Souček is, and Supal is.
Yeah.
They need more than that.
They need more than that.
West Ham didn't need much more than that.
This doesn't look like it doesn't. It's not the hardest stage, both C group and D group, and I don't know exactly what that means, but you know, there's a lot of different ways ones could look at it.
Group D is pretty tough.
Yeah.
Is it? I don't know much about that.
Croatia's good.
Croatia's it's all very good, solid teams. It's not like.
That's why England needs to be careful.
Yeah, for 100%.
It's gonna be Croatia.
Well, there you go. So,
yeah,
I thought about that as well.
Three of them in that one category.
Exactly.
You got one group. You got Luka Modric. You got Brozovic from Inter Milan, and you got Rebic from AC Milan. You got Perisic.
Rakitic still playing?
Vida at the back. You got very good players for Croatia.
Yeah, but Modric is like 47 years old at this point, isn't he?
Who?
But
Modric.
But remember,
guys,
he's
younger than Ronaldo.
I think he's 32, if I'm not mistaken.
Don't mention that. You know, we're gonna have to look at some naked Ronaldo.
Would you quit saying naked Ronaldo?
Oh, God damn it!
Yeah, there it is.
Shit. Can we red card Director John?
Does Ronaldo know what he's doing when he's doing this?
Oh, yeah.
Is he getting paid handsomely?
Dude, he's got 300 paparazzi following him everywhere he goes. Yeah, he knows exactly what he's doing.
You guys know how many people out in the world think Ronaldo is just absolutely gorgeous.
You're not your brother-in-law.
It's not a drop in the bucket for how much he thinks he's gorgeous. You know what I mean?
Have you looked
He is his biggest fan.
Have you looked at pictures of him when he was first brought, or when he was at Porto?
When he was just a little kid.
Yeah. I mean, you could make the case that there's been a lot of plastic surgery going on with that person.
He definitely got his teeth done.
Oh,
that's for sure.
That's for
everybody in soccer gets their teeth.
Wouldn't you? Like with your first $1 million, you go, oh man, my dad was teaching me headers instead of teaching me how to brush my teeth.
We spent all our money on cleats rather than toothpaste.
That's true. That's a good point.
So, guys, I just want to talk to the Stoop crew here and to everybody watching along. Don't forget, there's a link up there in the comments, pinned way up at the top. Click on that link right now. That will take you over to SCORITO, which is not a delicious
snack treat.
It's not a delicious snack treat. And, John, I have that right there. You can share the screen with them right there. And so as you can see, you can join the On the Stoop League. Right now, we have 31 people involved. There's me. I'm in first place. We got Terry. We got Claire to Big Blue. No, see, I got to click to the next page to get Najee. Sorry, Najee. You joined too late. There's Naji, Mr. Chelsea.
Not to be confused with Mr. Tom.
But for this, guys, it's super simple. It's super simple, and you just click, and you can pick all the teams. How do we do this? Yeah, you just go through, and you can pick the scores of the teams that you want. Very simple. Da-da-da-da-da. You can see mine. These are my picks. I just burned through them as fast as I could. Who do I have winning? I have Turkey winning the group. Oh, shit. I didn't see that.
That's what happens when you do them all like individually. You're like,
yeah,
oh, shit,
Lolo.
that's a weird outcome.
It's
Well,
this.
the
I
thing
have
that-
them
You're not
1-0
wrong, though.
against Wales.
You're not
2-0
wrong.
against
Hey, you know
Switzerland.
what? Turkey does not
They're-
give up goals. So
They're my real dark horse, to be honest. Besides
They're a great
the under
tournament team,
21.
too.
if
they're-
I knew a little bit more, I might say something. But
They
I don't-
perform in the
you know, I don't
Euros
know.
really well. They perform in the
Yeah.
Euros really well. And
Yeah.
everybody in the Stoop Crew, it's $100 a person, and I'll link my Venmo real quick at the end of the show for you. Send it right over.
Yeah, sure.
Why not?
But listen, if you win, we will be sending the winner some prizes, things like, but not exactly, my cup of coffee. As you can hear, it's an iced coffee.
This very beautiful hat.
Different versions of a hat. And masks. Now that we don't have to wear them anymore, you can have our old
Sticker.
ones.
Complete
stickers.
with the
So-
code.
Why are Lolo and Mark headless? Are we headless?
Are we headless?
I can
It's
see it just
because
fine.
it's so bright.
Yeah, it's just so bright.
So
Big Mally's been drinking.
So we've been talking about who we thought was going to win.
Yes, and
We
then our
said,
dark horse.
and we said who our dark horse was. My question is, what's a team that is expected to move on and maybe win the group stage or become second or just move on to the elimination round that won't make it?
Germany.
Let's pop these back on here. If anyone beats me, I'll buy him a Coke.
I want Coke in powdered form, but the Coca-Cola in powdered form. That would just be really cool, like Pop
And that would
Rocks.
probably fuck you up
Like
just as
Pop
bad
Rocks?
as cocaine, like maybe even worse.
In my day, I
okay.
used to get up at the crack of dawn.
So
yeah,
let me
you
see,
had
someone-
cocaine in your soda.
Someone who should get out of the group, but
no,
won't.
someone that, yes, exactly.
I got that ready for you. It's
All right,
Spain
Nazi,
for
hit
me.
us. Bingo, that's who I'm taking.
First of
Oh,
all, they
Do I
lack
take
leadership.
Spain again? Do I just take Spain
all
across
the board, no matter what. Would you like? Can I get you a drink? Sir? Yes, bring me
either-
to Spain.
They're either going to win it or knock it out of the group, or have to start their under 21s.
Right.
Yeah,
All right,
just
I'm
because they don't have firepower. I mean, who Morata is their striker? You know,
Yeah, Ferran Torres.
who?
Adama Traore.
Ferran Torres.
He didn't do
on.
anything all season long.
Ferran Torres.
Do something.
No, we're saying like who?
Gotcha.
Adama Traore.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so no, I don't think so, and they lack leadership, and I think that Lewandowski is gonna score against them. I think Isaac is gonna score against them from Sweden. I think whoever plays for Slovakia is gonna score against them too.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, Kantak, who do you say?
Man, I'm glad now in hindsight, I'm glad that Germany had their shit tournament last tournament.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say France just because I think they'll have a hangover. And I think they're just, it happened to Germany. It happened to the Netherlands after their Spain loss. Like, I think, they're just a bit, they're too prima donna. The introduction of Benzema with Giroud there is starting to rub off on Mbappe, evidently. And I love to see it. So I'm hoping that is the team that crashes out. I love to see them do poorly. The Germans have a word for that. I'm sure you've all heard it. Schadenfreude. So that's what I'm going with. Just negativity all the way, baby, when it comes to France. Purely negative.
Mark, do you?
I'm
should I
agreeing.
go?
I'm agreeing with Naji. I do not think Spain is going to get out only because of just what they're going through. It's not going to allow them to practice together. It's not going to allow them to gel. And, COVID sucks, man.
Y'all are crazy.
COVID sucks.
groups. I would like to just make a point. I also think Spain won't get out of their group, but I think it's a bigger upset when France does it.
Yeah, of course.
I'll definitely agree with you there, but I don't see France. Honestly, I
Me
think
neither.
Germany's the team that, if anyone out of that group has the chance of being left behind, it's going to be Germany. But they're going to get a wild card spot. 3 teams from the F group will be going to the elimination
Y'all are
round
out
for
of your
sure.
goddamn mind.
Just to keep on my hate train. England also is not getting out of their group. Fuck them.
My God.
It's not coming home. Sorry.
They're going to cancel the tournament. No one's advancing.
England, Spain, and
Germany
France
wins. That's how Germany wins.
are not, that is how Germany would have won.
Yeah.
Listen, we got a few more guys signed up, so I see you guys.
Fantastic.
Grogan signed up.
Yeah, man. Let's get the more the merrier.
Who did we get? Michael DiCaprio signed up. Fantastic. I think you guys are crazy, and all those teams that you said are gonna go through. I'm going with the Orange Men.
Oh yeah.
I'm going with the Orange Men. Just you watch, dirty little Alioski's gonna pull his North Macedonian team into a second place finish behind Ukraine.
With Goran Pandev.
Yeah, with Goran Pandev. Listen, I think it's gonna be Ukraine. I think you're right. Netherlands, they do have a bunch of players that are good, but they are a vastly different team without Virgil van Dijk. They don't have the likes of Iron Rob and Robin van Persie. You know, the Netherlands that we're used to.
Yeah.
Yes, they have good players. They have is Van de Beek, he's hurt or something?
He's hurt.
Yeah,
the best player.
But he hasn't played all season anyway.
What about De Ligt and Frankie de Jong?
Luke de Jong.
De Ligt.
They have a lot of players. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I just think
they have the Ajax team that went to the Champions League semifinal 2 years ago.
I'm just saying
they're going to be all right. I think
that's because of Hakim Ziyech.
It's going to be another one of these where they're going into it going, we got this. And they're going to get shocked by each team just a little bit. Maybe they win one, maybe they don't. But that's the one I'm saying.
I think of all the teams, they've got the most reasonable group to advance in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey,
sure.
You guys
why
forget
it's a shock.
For Alaba plays for Austria. And Ukraine could be, you know, they could win a game or and draw, you know.
Okay, but that's not enough to knock Netherlands off the top of the group, I don't think.
They're not scary. That's the problem with Netherlands.
Yeah,
they're not scared. They're not scaring anyone.
No, they're not, but neither is North Macedonia, Austria, or Ukraine. So
yeah.
Like we just named 7 players on the Netherlands that are good, and then we've not named one player on Ukraine. Came up with David Alaba, who every Bayern Munich fan was happy to ship off, and Alioski for North Macedonia. I just don't. If they were in any other group, I'd be like, yeah, all right, Netherlands not advancing, fine, but they're in the easiest group by far.
Remind me, did Germany beat them 4-0 or 6-0?
Who?
Germany. They beat the Netherlands in the group stage.
What tournament are we talking about?
Honestly,
to qualify for the Euros.
Oh, yeah, whatever.
I forgot, but they beat them like 4-0 or 6-0.
Yeah, sure. And Spain beat Germany 6-0. So, and we're all saying Spain's not going to advance.
And then this team.
I don't take the qualifications that seriously for the big countries because it's not like they're all in joke qualifying groups. You know. Okay. I just don't see the Netherlands getting knocked out of that group.
Okay.
If they were in any other group, I would see it, but just not that group.
Well, you bring up some good points. So let me give you my other one that will get knocked out that shouldn't be. And that's those goddamn Italians. The goddamn Italians that keep putting up Ronaldo videos. And they're gonna be a lot of these.
No, those are the Italian Americans.
That is not a handball. There you go. That's what you get. But listen, so if you're talking about a group that you could sneakily get kicked out of, Turkey, Wales, and Switzerland are all dark horses. Mm-hmm. They're all capable of beating anybody on any given day. Doesn't mean they will.
No.
That's Group B.
Italy have the names, though. They have the names. They have Verratti. They have Jorginho in the middle. They have Insigne. If you don't follow Napoli, Insigne is a magician. You know,
he
they
has
have
been for like 15 years though.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Like, is that a big
37,
player on a
isn't he?
small club kind of
oldest team in the
thing?
oldest guy in the
And when your
tournament.
fastest
He is
guy
good.
is
3
named Immobile,
Immobile,
come on.
Immobile. He was top scorer in the Serie A.
Immobile.
Immobile.
Listen. I think I don't know that like it's not like
Whoa, what'd you
Get that
do?
Leeds top?
What'd you
Where'd
do?
you get that Leeds
Who's
top?
in trouble?
You're making fun of the Italians?
Yeah.
No, we're making
Always.
fun of the Italians. Come
Oh, all right. So Najee,
got them
I'll
all.
say this: it's not a vintage Italy team. I'll give you that.
We just got,
I mean, I think that's not what you're
We
saying.
got
I'm
told.
saying it's not a
We
vintage
know
Italy
who's in
team.
charge now.
I don't feel like
Sorry, Mr.
Italy
Director.
scares anyone anymore,
Should didn't miss a beat.
but I think they're due
He's
for a
like,
good
"Fine,
tournament.
my show."
Yeah, I know. And they have one of the best
You know those
goalkeepers in the
Germans.
world right now for me. Donnarumma.
Donnarumma?
Yeah, he's so good. He is so good.
They don't care about us.
Yeah. Oh, listen,
right.
someone got to
We
carry
got
the
them.
show when you guys get kicked off. Sorry that we had to
Right,
keep the,
exactly.
keep the show going.
So we've got our
Yeah.
who's not going to make it that might make it or should make it. I got a question for everyone, and I won't answer it. How many people finish above me in the Scorito?
Should we go percentage?
How many people-
or
how
off
many-
of the current
Where
number?
How many
do
people
I
are-
fall?
Here's the
Where
real
do
question.
I fall?
I'll give you my answer when I know how many people are in it.
Let me refresh.
How many we got in so far? Because I'll do this. Fuck it.
What are you gonna do? Shave your head with that number?
No, not at all. I'm gonna do something even better.
We have
Tattoo. You got to get a
No,
tattoo
no,
of your
no.
placement.
You gotta
What?
give some
No,
coffee
no,
cups.
no.
I know that.
What do you
I'm
mean?
gonna do
no?
something. I'm gonna do something much nicer.
we've
Is it gonna
got
get some coffee cups and masks?
33.
How many people do you think? How many people do you think realistically are going to sign up for this in the next
I would like
24 hours?
I would like to get us to 50.
50.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
All
gu-
right.
so guys-
So I'll cap it at 50. We'll cap it at 50 right now. For every person that finishes above me, I will donate $5 to a favorite charity, and the winner gets to pick it.
Wait,
Oh,
what?
wow.
You could finish last.
Yep.
And that's 49 times 5. That's
$250.
$250.
To
Why don't
charity.
you give me $250 then? Just right now.
I mean,
Be done
Me
with
being
it.
on the show is
I
like
gotta buy you
250.
some chicken.
I feel like Najee and I should be paid $250 for all the appearances we've made, at least. We'll split it.
When you get to 250 appearances, then you can get paid. But that guy gets paid.
Here's my hand. My hand is out, boys.
Mr. Director gets paid. You.
and fuck all of you. I get paid first. Get out of here.
So we didn't answer.
Names on the stoop.
John. No,
My name.
I'm doing all the
changing
goddamn
my name to
editing and
Stoop.
everything.
Damn it!
So
No,
stop
we're
it.
not going to fight over money. We've
We
never
didn't
done
answer
that.
Mark's question. Where is Mark is gonna finish?
Well, where am I going to
Okay.
finish? Where am I going to finish on the table?
Mark, you're
Finish
gonna
mid-table
be.
like the
Mark,
Wolves?
I'll
Am
be
I going to
honest.
be relegated down at the bottom? I bet you I'm going to be the worst.
Mark, you're gonna finish.
I'll say this. I think you'll finish above me.
No.
Yeah. I'm terrible
No.
at these things.
50 people. 50.
I-
If
oh,
there's
I-
50 people, Mark, I think you finished 27th.
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah,
Mr. Tom
that's-
finishes below you.
Doesn't that's about 13th if we cut it down to a 20.
Right where that's
30?
right where those Wolves were this
I
year.
will definitely finish in the top 4. I got Mark finishing mid-table.
I will donate $250 to
No,
our show.
that's not what I
if
said.
Najee
I
is
said
not
for
in the top 4.
everyone that finishes
No, if
above
he
me.
is in the top, if Najee's in the top 4, I'll donate $250.
Guys,
to my
don't forget,
favorite.
I'm 55% on my bets.
Which so top. That means you'll be 16th, not 4th. Right?
I have no idea how those numbers
So
work.
guys, so let's try and get the numbers up to 50. So everybody, do me a favor and take that link,
Tweet
send
it.
it to your friends, tweet it out, tweet that link out. Go to our Twitter. I've tweeted it a bunch of times. Tweet it out. Let's get those numbers up there, and let's get more and more people involved. And
But I'm topping it at 50. I'm topping at 50.
You better finish
I can't there be like
first place,
1,000
goddammit.
people on our fucking Scorito game and
If
I
I finish
finished dead
first-
last. I don't have
So where-
$5,000.
Where Mark finishes out of 50. But how are we?
God, I hope Bob
I know
wins.
we really can't cap it though.
I hope
so,
Bob wins.
So I don't know what to do now.
Do you see Bob's favorite charity?
Bob's favorite charity is the On the Stoop Beer Fund.
It's the Happy Hour Beer Fund.
Hey.
I love it.
At thumbs now.
I'll take it. Happy Hour Beer Fund. I'll take it. Yeah.
But how should we do that?
Yeah. Well, like I don't.
It's gonna be kind of hard to do if we don't know how many
do what?
how many players we
No,
have in the
it's
Scorito.
calling.
Right.
No, we have to say where you're going to finish out of the top 50 and possibly lower. I'm not being a jerk. I'm just saying that is also a possibility. If we're
I
capping
don't
at
know what
50.
the fuck I'm doing.
But if you say 50, then we know a percentage. You could just, or we could say if there were 100, where would I finish? And then we have an actual percentage where we chose you.
Right.
Like if I say 33rd, you would be the 33rd, the top third. You would be
Did they
70,
have math in Texas?
69. Yeah, they also had Spanish.
I think everyone that's watching this is like in America for the most part. Do they have math in America? Because I'm just as fucking lost.
Now here's something, fellas. I wanted to talk to you guys about this. I had this thought the other day. Hey, we're filming.
They don't care.
We're doing a brownstone. It's $100 million job.
Can you stop by here?
Yeah, finish this. Ours almost fell on our head. Anyway, I wanted to ask you guys. So we're Americans, we're all here in America. When the Euros come around and they're like, so what team do you support? It's not like we live in England and you're like, I'm English, I support England, like, oh no, I'm actually Welsh, I'm supporting Wales, or I'm a Spaniard living in England. Like, that's a lot easier. Here it's like, well, like who would you support? Like, you don't have any particular loyalty.
No.
I have my wife who's Spanish, so I kind of support.
Like I said, half the wolves are on Portugal.
See,
Not
but it's
half,
not a
but-
family thing. It's not a historical thing.
No,
it's not
no.
because
Is
you're.
Mackenzie not Scottish?
It is very Scottish.
Fucking roll
But
on, baby. Get on board with those boys.
I don't know anything about them.
Who gives a fuck? You're about to learn about
Andy
them, man.
Robertson, Kieran
Dude,
Tierney.
if they have a
Kieran
great
Tierney.
tournament, though, it'll be more fun than watching Wolves
be
in
more
Europa,
fun.
dude. If
It'll
they have
be
a
more
great
fun
tournament,
than Iceland. It'll be more fun
Right.
than when Iceland kicked ass.
and that was awesome.
And that was
That was
everyone
amazing.
was an Iceland fan. That
Yeah,
was amazing.
no. A couple of people I know.
And it'll piss off all the English people. I mean, just get on
Just
board now.
own it.
Yeah,
Own
get
it.
on
Mark,
board, dude.
can we
I'm rooting for Scotland.
Can we get Mark a Scotland?
I'll go out and
Get him a tartan kilt. Get him a tartan kilt right now. In fact, if you don't have one
Scorito
already.
Android only. Big Mally, I'm not sure, but I know it works on the desktop. That's how I did it all, and then I downloaded the app later.
I think it supports both systems. I have an Android, so that's all good. But although I downloaded the app and the app didn't recognize our group, so I had to go
Mine did.
through. I had to go through the channels.
It's not the best app in the world, but it is something to that we can all do together. So
Mr.
it's
Tom,
not
it
the
was
best app
15
in the
hours
world,
ago.
but it works.
Mr.
Just like
Tom,
our show.
to tweak your picks, I think it's Kickoff.
3 o'clock.
I think it's Kickoff tomorrow.
3 o'clock is, and well, I think once you, doesn't it ask you, are you sure at the end?
No, because I could change it right now. I just tried to change it.
So you can change it up until 3 o'clock. It's not like, you're playing D&D and the Dungeon Master is going to say, are you sure you want to do that?
Oh, so listen, but before I finish off this, I just also want to say, hey guys, go to my Twitter right now. And if you go to the On the Stoop with Lolo Twitter, I asked a question on there and I said, who do you think will win the Euros? Do not say the name of the country, stereotypes only, and I'll figure it out. So you need to go onto Twitter and tell me who's going to win the Euros competition, but do not say the name of the country. Either I want a stereotype GIF image or line of dialogue or something. So I'm very excited. Somebody sent one of Willie, the groundskeeper Willie from
The Simpsons.
But
Say
he
how
was
it
teaching,
increase, woman.
but he's teaching French. So on the board it says bonjour, and he's wearing like he's the French teacher someday. So I was like, I don't know.
I think my favorite with the languages on The Simpsons is like it's the French class, and they start laughing at Lisa, and the teacher goes, en français, and they're like,
Fantastic. But yeah, go there and put your nearly racist, not fully racist, just stereotypical.
No, like Kim's convenience racist.
Yeah.
Anders, can we throw up this Anders comment?
Neither Italy nor England have any big stars in their teams, therefore they become life-threatening for all teams.
Just like Italy itself.
Harry Kane's not a big star?
That's what I was going to say, but I didn't want to give any. I didn't want to give any love.
Hey, you're disrespecting Mason Mount here. Have to watch
Bukayo Saka. I mean, like Jack Grealish, but that's a very English-centric since we watched
this
the Premier
show.
League. Is that about to land on your block? That place?
Yeah. Seems like I don't know what's going on here. So here's where I wanted to get back to the whole being an American. So being an American and watching the Euros, where you either have some family, your lineage, you're from a certain country, and you go for them, or you just choose your favorite players, things like that, which is fun. So to me, as an American watching it, I like to think of it more like Risk, where you're going, okay, how many can I? So you're kind of there you go,
fucking upside down.
So you kind of just choose a team. So now, like you're screwed. You got Scotland. You're
so
like, fuck.
Great. And when I play Risk, I always go for Australia. You know,
yeah, build up
from there and destroy the world.
Or Irkutsk. That's always a good one.
Well, Mark, I'll say that going with Scotland is about the equivalent of being a Wolves fan. Like, you're never going to see them win anything, but you're just happy when they get out of the groups and and have a good showing, you know?
Yeah.
Well, you know,
plus you'll be forced to cheer for an Arsenal player, which I'm going to fucking love watching you do that.
I love
me
some Kieran Tierney.
That's the one.
Kieran Tierney is easily in my top 5 Arsenal.
All right.
players.
Top 5.
Who else would be there?
Who else do you even talk
You have 5?
So
you
so
have
hold on.
5?
So
are we
let's
talking
just say
all
I got
time?
What? No, all time. My all time is the last year and a half. Yeah. So I would probably say, you know, if I was to throw up 5 Arsenal players that I enjoy watching, you know, Tierney I really enjoy watching, Lacazette I enjoy watching, Saka I enjoy watching, and now it gets a little thin. Pepe I enjoy watching, and to be honest, although he's a fucking thug, I do love me a little bit of David Luiz. So that's 5.
Yeah, man.
And y'all gonna miss him. I'm gonna say this right now. My early prediction for when we do Premier League starting in August, y'all gonna miss David Luiz.
Well, yeah, we'll miss his leadership, but we won't miss like the nuclear option.
Yeah, you won't miss his records neither.
Yeah, we won't miss the I'm gonna kill this person instead of giving up a meaningless goal in December. You know?
Listen, I've said it to David Luiz, though, you know, same thing with Xhaka. May he rest in peace wherever he's gone off to.
I think he's in Switzerland right now.
Yeah, he's going
or wherever they're playing.
At the very least, they play with passion. It may get them red cards a lot of times, but my ferocity at my club for most of the season came down to a lack of effort and a lack of passion. And I couldn't ever really say that about David Luiz and Xhaka. They always play with, they're not apathetic players, which I saw from our captain, your captain.
Anyway.
Kieran Tierney's my captain.
Don't want to go too far off of the Euros.
Anyway, so I just want to know for you guys, like, what is it like as an American watching the Euros? Because why aren't we watching the American version that's going on right now. That's going on.
The League
what
of
is
Nations that we just won.
Oh, we just won League of Nations. No,
and I watched it. I watched the shit out of that game.
So what? The final was against Costa Rica,
Mexico.
What was the game that they played?
That was just a friendly.
Oh, it was just a friendly.
Yeah, it was a friendly before because they're starting World Cup qualifications in the CONCACAF now.
Right.
So like the Euro teams just played a couple friendlies. It's just a tune-up for that. And yeah, we took it to fucking Mexico, and it's always fun to beat those fuckers on the soccer pitch. Anyway, back to Euros.
So what is it like as an American?
Joke.
What is it like being an American watching the Euros and supporting this way? Now you have a major link to the German team, being that you are German and you have family that you're not like I'm German. I'm part German. I don't know any. I don't know any actual Germans.
Yeah, it's nice. Family, it's nice to have European heritage when it comes to soccer. I'll say, you get to pick a team. Most of us would pick like a pretty good team: France, Germany, England, Scotland, I guess. So I was lucky in that respect when it comes to just watching the Euros, and I could get behind a team and just go nuts for them.
Yeah, this is easy. This is easy. You're watching the best player in the world. Like every game has a star playing. And that's
even North Macedonia.
Somebody. He plays in Serie A with Genoa. Alioski plays for Leeds United. Every single game is important too. And this is why the Euros are, I think, more competitive than the World Cup, to be honest.
Now, Naji, do you have a team? Do you have a team that you always support? Always, always, always? No matter the club?
Germany since the first
year.
Yeah.
I will say this. It's also, for an American, it's a great way. It was a great way, these big country tournaments, to learn about players in other leagues that you would have slipped by, like never heard about before, Yeah, you're like, oh, who is this guy? And then you realize he plays, and he's about to get sold. Like, you have a good tournament, these guys, increase their value by hundreds of millions of dollars.
No, I mean, you think back to the World Cup,
94.
where James Rodriguez,
a
no name. Everyone's going James, but it's James. So you start saying James. He scores some great goals, and all of a sudden he's playing for Real Madrid for a ton of money. Like, it happens all the time. Even Neymar, if I'm not mistaken, was not a crazy big name, and then had an incredible World Cup.
He was a huge name.
But
he was already a big name.
He still is.
I felt like he blew up.
Well, so James, I think, was already on his way to Madrid.
Yeah, maybe.
And then he just happened to add 40 million to his price tag.
Exactly.
with a good performance, a great performance, and especially that the golden goal or whatever that he won.
Okay. So here, Jacob's saying as well. So maybe I'm wrong.
But
for the fans who didn't know about him, like for fans who were only following Premier League, I didn't really know about him at all. Hey, we're rolling.
I mean, my guess was.
But like so for instance, the 2006 World Cup was huge for Frank Ribery. No one in America really knew who he was or where he was going, and he had this huge tournament. And then he's off to Bayern Munich the next season, and that may well have already been in the cards. I can't really remember.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
For us Americans, it was an introduction to him, like you said with James. 2002 was the U.S. introduction to the rest of the world with that team that went to the quarterfinals. Landon Donovan and Brian McBride.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's why it's so important for every single country to make it into the Euros or into the World Cup, and it's because your country can. I mean, look at nations like, I don't know, like Jamaica or somewhere where you have someone who's really good but just hasn't gotten on the radar, and then they go out, they get seen, even if you don't have a good, or better example, like Iceland.
Right.
Like Iceland, they got picked apart after not picked apart because it's the national team, but all of a sudden you started seeing Icelandic players pop up here and there and here and there, and people buying their jerseys and going, "Oh, I didn't know they were on their team."
Joel Campbell from Costa Rica.
Joel Campbell.
Right?
Yep, exactly.
The 2014 World Cup, and then he's on Arsenal, and we refuse to give him a game.
Jacob says 2014 propelled the likes of Son, Aurier, James, Perisic to big moves. Kroos was already
He was definitely established. Definitely established.
Could you imagine Rafinha on right wing and Cunha on the left for Brazil? Dude, Rafinha, man. I like that guy. He's very good. But Rodrigo, I think, got called up to the Spanish squad because of all the COVID.
He did.
But he may be on one of the supplemental sides.
He's on the supplement side of where they have like a second squad of like 43 people or something like that.
Is that the problem, L? L says Joel Campbell signed for Arsenal but couldn't get a work permit for years.
Right, and then once he got it, our Wenger wouldn't give him a game. And Wenger just kept going like, he'll get time, and he was getting pissed. Like he's like, I'm scoring all these goals in the World Cup. Can I get a game? But
so listen, Memphis Depay, dude fell off.
Oh yeah, the Netherlands.
He had a very good year this year.
Yeah, he had a bounce back.
He plays for like Lille or somebody, not Lille. Who does he play for? I don't know who.
This is when we need Chris.
Bailey Blind as well.
We need Chris and all his like encyclopedic knowledge of the French league.
Okay, guys, we're almost at the end here, but I just want to get for you guys. I want you to tell me your top goal scorer and your top assist man. Okay, and just so you guys know, for Leon, thank you very much, not Leo. And just so you guys know, all of our fans who are watching in the comments section, if you scroll all the way to the top of the comments section, we have a link for our predictions league that we're in. Go ahead and click that. Join the league. It's free. You can maybe win some cool stuff like on the Stoop hats and stickers and shit like that. So go ahead and do that, and you'll put in all your predictions for every single match and then pick your top goal scorers. So right now, top goal scorer, everyone's saying Harry Kane, Ronaldo, Mbappe, Griezmann.
Griezmann hasn't scored a goal since they won the Euros.
Exactly.
I'm gonna go. I think it's gonna be I think it's gonna be Lukaku and Lewandowski. I think Lewandowski is gonna score a bunch.
He gets no service.
Yeah, but he can create too. Like he'll a couple free kicks, maybe a couple wonder goals. But I think he beats up on the group and then fizzles out. I think Lukaku is just sort of consistent, and I think De Bruyne is the top assist man because of it.
Here. Sorry, Mark's getting blown out of the water.
Those are my picks.
So I'm going with Lukaku as well. And every time he scores, I'm going to go, Lukaku. Every time he scores, that's what I'm going to do. But I think he is going to be a lead goal scorer.
No Harry Kane.
No
love for her.
No,
for the hairiest of all Kanes.
Harry Kane will not be top scorer, but he will be top assist.
Harry Kane.
Yes.
I had a different pick, but Najee's not here, so it's not going to make any sense.
Timo Werner.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome if he ripped it up.
Dude.
That would be amazing.
12 in the group stage.
Listen,
I just one game.
I know
I'm going to get revenge for everything I missed.
I know it's Latvia, but they just won 7-1. Every goal they scored was really good, and his was like a cheeky little back heel that was played across the front of the box that he would have completely whiffed on if he was playing for Chelsea. And so I just hope that he's going to find his run of form. And he gets the silver boot. I'm going Timo Werner for the silver boot.
Wow, Timo Werner for the silver boot. Now, does it count when you shoot but miss so bad that your teammate can kick it in?
It travels all the way around the world and then comes in. A year later.
You know that crazy miss that he had was considered a shot on goal?
Oh, okay. Alioski for assists, but to who? Who's going to score him?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm reading Anders. He's clarifying his comment from 2 hours ago. I don't know.
He had to get change for the internet.
So top goal scorer. You know, it's weird. You know, like Memphis Depay isn't a bad pick because that group is so bad.
But you don't have them coming out. Like if the top goal scorer doesn't come out of their group, we're not like that's. I don't think it's ever happened.
See, that's just it.
Are you trying to say that my choices need to make sense together?
All of them.
It's Spain.
Not a chance.
Just
the world.
Spanish under 21. Iago Aspas, who didn't get called up, will be the goal scoring, win the Golden Boot because they'll call him up at the last second because everyone else has gotten COVID.
Yeah. I'm not really sure, like, you know, because
I don't know the legality
because
of
Portugal is so stacked. I don't know, like, if Jota comes off the bench or if he's a starter.
Jota will play. He'll
start. He'll definitely play.
He'll start.
If he's, you know what? I might say Jota. Jota is going to score a lot of goals.
Goal scorer.
He's going to get close, but I don't think he gets it.
Fernandez. I think there's too many goal scorers on that team. I think Fernandez will get the assists.
I think what happens with that is that Jota is so mobile that he's hard to track. Yeah. And he'll duck behind somebody and all of a sudden go, "Here I am."
I think he pops up for.
Wait, what's he gonna do, Mark? What's he gonna do?
Here I am.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I just wanted to be sure.
Jazz hands.
Yes, thank you.
Jazz hands. He is famous for jazz hands and also being FIFA 2021's top player.
I think that Fernandez is going to get exposed for being awful and not having the Premier League and Man United bias penalties going for him.
He gets a lot of penalties, but I would never say that man's awful.
Did you see his goal?
It's not awful. I just think he's overrated.
His goal last night or the night before against Israel, he's like trying to fucking
Israel. No offense.
And the dude just keeps like smashing it against all the defenders, and the ball comes to him again, to Fernandez, and he's just like curler in the top corner from outside the box. Just
for me, it was that little pause with the ball, the fake, and then the little curler that went into the upper right corner. I don't know who against it was, but I think it was goal of the month back when.
Yeah.
But he has this like pause, a little stutter fake, and then boom. That was
listen,
cool
guys, have a think. Who could manage England to a title? I'll tell you right now.
Arsene Wenger.
Lolo.
Exactly, Matt. I'm not even joking. That's who I was saying. Exactly. Someone who knows English football inside and out.
He invented modern English football.
He's
basically.
not English, but exactly. He invented modern English football. And I feel like as long as he was at Arsenal, he does not have a bias towards Arsenal the way that Sir Isaac Newton, Sir Alex Ferguson,
Sir Big Fig Newton,
Sir Alex Ferguson has a complete bias towards Man United. He still goes to all the matches. Like I feel like Wenger's like, oh, you guys, okay, fuck off.
But
he's much more magnanimous about it.
Does he even know he's at the match right now? You know, because
he does.
Isn't he kind of losing his?
I think he's still. So. I think he could still outcoach freaking Ollie. Ollie Gunner.
He could outcoach Gareth Southgate as well. I think any one of us could outcoach Gareth Southgate as well.
Yeah, I think
it's true. Murderball does not do well for the English.
No, Bielsa would be a terrible. Well, maybe not terrible, but he would not call up the likes of Harry Kane, Harry Maguire. You know, like he would call up people who would work their asses off.
Did Maguire? Did he end up making the team even with the injury?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, I have no idea.
So yeah.
Young players to watch is a great.
Let's go to young players to watch. So young players that I'm looking for players to have a tournament. Arsenal boy Bukayo Saka. I'm looking for him to step up and show show his quality. And
I just don't see him getting a lot of playing time.
Watch him. It was the same thing with Arsenal, but then he just impressed so much.
Yeah, but he doesn't have 9 months to do it, though.
But the question is also how young. How young are we talking?
Like what Mbappe was. The next Mbappe, right? Yeah. We're looking at an 18, 19, 20-year-old.
So you could call
Phil Foden,
Mason Mount, Phil Foden. Phil Foden could have a good one.
Everyone's calling him for assists, but he could easily win the Golden Boot as well. I mean,
Foden?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah. Doku. Yeah. Yilmaz. The young one. There's an older one, but the younger one. Kieran Tierney. Kieran Tierney could go forward and lead.
Everyone that watches this show knows, like, he plays for Arsenal already. You know, we're looking Kieran Tierney.
Who? Oh, yeah.
Kieran Tierney. Yeah.
I remember him. Would I have Arsene Wenger back? No, because he doesn't want to be here anymore. He doesn't want to be at Arsenal. I don't think day-to-day managing is where he's at anymore. That's why I think he would be a good international manager, Arsene Wenger. Because it's a bigger picture type of thing, and I think he's fantastic at that. That's why I wish they would have made him like director of football at Arsenal or something.
Yeah.
And they just fucking send him to the fucking woods with a shotgun. But anyway, so yeah, we talked young player, we talked that. Okay, last question. Who do you think? Are you happy with Arteta? Let's not go down.
We've talked about that for 6 months.
Save it for August. For August.
We'll see how the transfer window goes, and then we'll give you.
So I want to know what player, not necessarily have the most goals, most assists, anything, but who will come out. Like for me, Luka Modric had the best World Cup.
Absolutely.
I thought he's the one who impressed the most.
He won Player of the Year that year because of his World Cup. Yeah, it was the first time someone not Ronaldo or Messi had won it in 10 years.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm. So who do you think will come out on top? Jacob, no, we're not.
Player of the tournament?
Jacob just asked if we're all Arsenal fans. No, me and Kantak are. He's not. Naji's not. Most everyone else on the show is not.
No one else is. Except Lala. You're saying, like, who do we think is going to win Player of the tournament? Who's going to get that?
Yeah.
That's a good question. It's tough. I mean, I think I could see Tielemans getting it if Belgium do really well.
Do you think he's going to start every match?
Could.
I don't know how big of a...
De Bruyne could be Player of the tournament if Belgium win too. I could see that happening. If England make a run and Foden does well, you could have young Player of the tournament and Player of the tournament. We've seen sort of that happen. Griezmann hasn't scored a goal since he's gone to Barcelona. Like, I can't think of a more off-form player besides Werner than Antoine Griezmann. Grealish, if he's allowed to play, I just don't see Southgate picking him over Foden.
You know what's so crazy?
And that's the big thing. Like they're all like, that's the big argument over there is, should Southgate get sacked if Grealish doesn't start Sunday? You know, it's tough. Who would your pick be?
I'm not sure. You know what was fucking crazy is
only because he had such a shitty season with the Premier League. Timo Werner is just gonna come out guns a fucking blazing.
It's hard for a forward to get.
I don't care.
Player of the tournament.
He's still gonna crush it
unless they're the Golden Boot as well. You know.
Yeah, that's true.
Just
saying.
It's
I'm
always
just saying
easier for a midfielder to
I
get
bet
it.
He has a crushing fucking tournament.
You could say.
I want him so badly to do that. I kind of like.
I'm gonna say Diogo Jota.
Ugh.
See, I don't know. See, that's what I'm wondering. Does he get enough playing time?
Mm-hmm.
You know, that team is so stacked.
Gundogan, Conte.
And that's,
Bruyne.
I think
Good
that's why they're
shout,
looking
Stuart.
to put Kimmich at right back, is so they can get Gundogan on the field with Kroos and possibly Goretzka in the middle. I think that's the idea. So I hope it's Gundogan too, because that just means Germany's done well.
Yeah, yeah.
I just hate picking. I could see Neuer getting it, like whatever keeper, if from the winning team.
That's a guy. Isn't that guy like 50?
Keeper.
No.
Yeah, keeper.
He's like
No, but
34.
Mueller's been playing for 50 years.
I said Neuer.
Oh, I thought you said Mueller.
No, Mueller. I was gonna say young player. I'm like, he's still 20, right? But no, he's 30 now.
He's only been playing for 15 years,
Yeah.
30, 20 years. And playing since he was, 14, 15?
Well, his breakout was the 2010 tournament when he was 20. I'm sure he had a few caps before that, but
yeah. Well, damn. All right, guys. Well, I mean, this is it before the Euros start. So that's it. Let's see if Spain can actually field a team.
Yeah.
Let's see how Deutschland schießt ein Tor. Come on. So
Mr. Director, this is a great time to throw up the Lederhosen.
I hate when your favorite team doesn't play in like the first 2 days, because you're just waiting.
It's like 3 days, right?
Yeah, I don't even think they play till.
We're looking for an Italian turkey club tomorrow. You know?
Yeah. So, guys, tomorrow starts day 1 of 21 days of football, where we will
also known as the March to My Divorce.
So we will be going live every match day at the same exact time, 5:30 p.m. in the on the East Coast, which is 10:30 p.m. in the UK. It'll be half an hour after the last match ends, just about. And we will be going live every single match day, 21 days in the next 30 days. So don't forget to join us for that. And tomorrow will be 5:30, and then in half an hour after that show, we will be doing happy hour. So you can join us for happy hour for that. And don't forget, if you want to join the SCORITO League with us, as most of you guys have already done, please go up to the top in the comments section up there, and you can see the link, and you can join in with us. Please send it off to as many people as you want. We want to get us up to at least 50, so Mark has to pay like $250 when he gets last place.
Yeah,
so
I will.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. Don't forget, you can join the Stoop Crew by hitting that join button and showing your support there all throughout the summer, and we'll be bringing you more awesome content. Kantak, thank you so much for joining us. We will maybe see you tomorrow.
Yep, for 5:30. I can't one or the other, but I'd rather be on the 5:30. No offense.
Perfect.
Just I like where I live. Don't want to get kicked out, you know.
I gotcha. Okay, but we will see you guys every single day for the next while. All right.
It's almost like we'll be living with you.
Yeah. Special thanks to Director John, even though I said Italy is not going to get out of the group. But
he doesn't.
Anyway, we'll see you tomorrow for Euros kickoff.
Peace.
Bye. Auf Wiedersehen.